Imagine you just got off from work or you just got out of school and you decide to stop by your favorite fast food restaurant on your way home. You order, pay, and they give you your food. As you're driving, your stomach starts rumbling and the smell of the food is irresistible. You reach over to your bag and grab the easiest thing to eat while you're driving, the French fries. As you take your first bite, you are immediately satisfied. French fries could not exist without the potato. Potatoes are taking the food arena by storm. According to Potato Pro, each American eats more than 55 kilograms of potatoes each year. That's a lot of potatoes. Potatoes may be more influential with regards to your life than you think. Today we're going to be looking at the historical impact of potatoes, the benefits to growing potatoes over other crops, and why potatoes are so popular. Potatoes have a huge impact on the United States and surrounding countries. When people think about potatoes, one of the first events they think about is the potato famine of 1845. During this time, fungus spread throughout Ireland, infecting the potato supply. Now, potatoes were a large food crop in Ireland, so this led to a lot of hunger, starvation, and death. As people were fleeing Ireland, many immigrants came over to the United States. When they immigrated, they not only brought their family members, but also their culture and their way of life to the mixing pot known as the United States. And you can see many influences of Irish culture today. Potatoes, as they grew in popularity, also spread their nutritional value. According to Nathan Nunn and Nancy Chiang, economists and professors at their respective universities, potatoes provide more calories, vitamins, and nutrients per area of land sown than other staple crops. This increase in vitamins and nutrients helped people to live longer. It also helped babies to make it past the infant stage, reducing the rate of infant death. This created a large population boom that took the world by storm. Without potatoes, some of us wouldn't even be here today. Now that we've looked at the historical impact that potatoes have had, we're also going to be looking at the benefits to growing potatoes over other crops. One of the biggest benefits to growing potatoes is how easy they are to grow. According to Kevin Lee Jacobs from Garden Design, all potatoes really need to grow are three things: full sun, loose fertile soil, and about 1 inch of water per week. Potatoes are so easy to grow that many of us could grow them in our backyard right now. Because they're so easy to grow, many farmers prefer growing potatoes over other crops. Potatoes also have a huge crop yield compared to other crops. According to the International Potato Center, 1 hectare of potato can yield 2 to 4 times the food quantity of grain crops. Now, that means that potatoes take way less land to produce the same amount of other grain crops. And according to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, Texas can produce about 39,500 pounds of potatoes per acre. To put that into perspective, 1 football field is a little over an acre. So for every football field in Texas, we can produce 39,500 pounds of potatoes. Now that we've looked at the benefits to growing potatoes over other crops, we can look at the reason why potatoes are so popular. Potatoes are very popular and are most likely to be welcome at any meal, family event, or potluck. And that's because there are so many different variations to potatoes that you can cook. You don't necessarily always have to have just a potato with you. You can have mashed potatoes, you can have baked potatoes, you can have French fries. Potatoes are so easy to create different variations of that many people like having potatoes at their events because it means that everyone can get a little bit of what they like. Potatoes are also relatively easy to cook. When cooking potatoes, most of the time all you're doing is boiling them, baking them, or throwing them in the microwave for a little bit. It's really easy to cook them, and once you have them cooked, all you have to do is add your toppings and you're ready to go. Potatoes are not only super easy to cook, but they taste amazing. Today, we have looked at the historical impact that potatoes have had on the United States and surrounding countries, the benefits to growing potatoes over other crops, and the reason why potatoes are so popular at potlucks and different events. According to the International Potato Center, the potato is the third most important food crop in the world after rice and wheat in terms of human consumption. and we helped get it there. By buying potatoes and consuming potatoes, we have increased their popularity around the world. So the next time that you reach into your French fry bag or your fast food bag and you reach and hope to grasp a French fry, remember, potatoes are so much more than just a starchy vegetable. They have a unique history, creative recipes, and are much more influential than you think.